the JW
All right,
Marriott.
here we go.
What was your reaction the first time you saw that?
It's huge. Actually, nobody's asked me that yet, so it's cool. I think obviously Gary did a really good, cool job, but like honestly, I can see it from my apartment balcony. So like if I walk out there in the morning, it's just like my face. It's like a long ways away.
She got a billboard or something.
But
The ESPYs, yeah, that's
cool.
right.
I was like, God, that probably costs a lot to put that size poster on the JW Marriott. So no, but it's super cool.
The JW Marriott.
You've been on billboards and things like that before, and all that for years.
Bro, imagine being a professional basketball player, and you look outside your room and you see a big ass picture of you on the JW Marriott. How lit is that?
I'm sure that a lot of places you go, you'll see your face, kind of like you just said. But is that something you're still getting used to, or are you used to it at this point?
I don't know if I would say I'm used to it. Like you're driving down the street and it kind of takes you back for a second. Like it's super cool and to be in a city that
very humble young lady, man.
Really supports the Fever and our whole organization. Obviously the Pacers too. People love it, and that's the coolest part. And then obviously Gatorade supports women's basketball really well as well. So the two of those combined, like it makes for something special in this city, and people get excited about it, and people will like go out there and take pictures and pose in front of it. But
that's lit. That's lit. It's okay to smile.
It's really ever something you gotta get used to, seeing your face that large on a building that large.
Matt.
Yeah, hi Caitlin. Obviously last night with the ESPYs, just curious if you were watching it live and what your reactions, thoughts to winning two pretty major.
I gotta do a video on that.
Yeah, I was watching it live. I was just sitting on my couch by myself. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool. I thought something that like really stood out to me was like how much women's basketball was a part of the show. I think it shows.
There she goes, man. It's not all about herself. She's pretty much calling out, saying, it's not just about me. It's the women's basketball. Had a big segment itself. That's where the growth is.
That's where women's basketball is going, and obviously women's athletics in general. Obviously, Serena did a tremendous job hosting, and I think that was great. But
see, calling out other big people, not just about her. I love it.
But to me, like Juju won, Asia won. I won a couple. I think it just shows the
excitement. Calling out Juju, you know what I'm saying? Giving everybody their flowers
around the game, and how many people watched and paid attention, and where it's going to go.
Jacob, respect.
Kind of building off the question about the billboard. I mean, dating back to your time at Iowa, what's kind of the process been like for you, just almost learning to exist with so many eyes on you, both on the court and off of it?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. It's not anything like I would ever want to change. It's something that's super special, and to me, like I still feel like a normal person. I try to go about my daily life the best I can, but at times, like there's just things that I can't do that maybe somebody else could. But it's for me, like it's cool to see the excitement in our community of how many people support us, and not only here in Indianapolis, but when we're on the road too. Like the fans are great, whether I'm out to dinner with some of my teammates, whether we're going to the game. So I think that's just something that you have to adjust and plan for and get used to, and just to see how it's evolved from my career at Iowa. I feel like just yesterday I was a freshman there playing in front of nobody.
Sorry to cut it, but that's one thing I want to do is definitely check out a lot of her college stuff. I wasn't too heavy on the women's basketball until later on in the season when I started seeing her do some big things, and I definitely got to check out some of her old stuff.
During COVID, and then even the year after that, like our arena wasn't sold out every single game. Like it was like half full, and by the time I was a senior, it was a really hard ticket to get. And now it's obviously the same here as a professional. And I don't know. I mean, I still feel like a young kid that just loves basketball and loves the game and loves being around people and my teammates and my friends and family. And that's how I try to go about my life, honestly.
I know a lot of this is your teammates just making shots, but you have 4 straight games with double-digit assists. Is there anything that you're seeing that's kind of opening up that area of your game?
I think just like the comfortability of, kind of starting to find my flow. I think as a unit, we're starting to play faster. I think a lot of times when we're scoring in transition, at times it's coming off of made baskets on the other team. Like we're getting the ball out faster, we're pushing in transition faster. That's where we're kind of finding a lot of success. But I think just my comfortability of, playing with my teammates, playing in this league, like I'm just learning every single day.
I can't say it enough, man. The humbleness of this girl is it's amazing. There's no cockiness out of her. She understands that she's still learning, that she has a lot to pretty much gain as far as experience, and she has a lot to work on. And I'm going to keep saying this, man. Her off season, I really, really hope she has the right coaches on her side in the off season. I think she needs a strength coach. her skill coach is doing a very good job, clearly, and just an overall, I guess like a mental stability type of coach, like a real like install that like real hunger dog. If she can get that, man, like some of that Shanity Carter, Shanae, you guys know that's what I call her. If she can get some of that, this girl's gonna be a problem.
And you know, that's the best for me. Like just experience. The more experience I'm gonna get, the better I'm gonna get. The more I'm gonna be able to improve and just learn things from game to game. So I think it's more so just that.
Go Bria, then Chloe.
Hey, Caitlin. So one thing about Indiana, we're big on the basketball world.
Yeah, they
Everywhere
are.
else, so what we
That's another thing, man. What she's doing for that city is crazy.
like to say,
Love
everywhere else is just basketball. Do you get that feel here, or is that just all talk?
No, I think Indiana certainly loves basketball, and I could have even told you that during like my college days. Like when we would go on the road, most places like it would be mostly Iowa fans, even if we're on the road. No, not when you come play in Indiana. Like that place is Assembly Hall is rocking. Like you can't hear anything. Like that's a true road environment for women's basketball, and the way they support there is pretty incredible. And they love their.
You can tell, man, with the fans now. You can tell, bro. It's up in there.
It was like definitely the hardest place to play throughout my college career. Weren't many Iowa fans when we went on the road there, so I think that was my first glimpse of understanding how important basketball is in the state, and then obviously the history, and then obviously our franchise, the Fever, like we've won championships, and what Tamika did was absolutely incredible, and obviously the Pacers too. They've been obviously this year they were incredible, and just coming to their games, like you can see the
Facts, man. Pacers had a really good season.
buzz and the excitement.
Really, really
you
good
see the buzz
season.
and excitement just when you're on the streets. Like people just love it and support it, and for me, like I couldn't imagine a better place to start my career.
Chloe, last one.
100%.
Yeah, you mentioned how
100%.
well women's sports were represented at the ESPYs. Just what did it mean for you to be the first woman to win Best Record-Breaking Moment?
I don't think they like that. You know what I'm talking about too. I salute it. I still haven't done my video on it, but congratulations to Caitlin Clark, 100%.
Yeah, I didn't know that until my little brother sent it to me this morning. I think it's super cool. I think it probably shouldn't have been the first woman to ever win that award.
There she goes again, being her humble self, man. There she goes again. You got to take that into consideration with everything with Caitlin Clark, man. She is very humble, and I love that about her.
My eyes, just because I grew up supporting so many different female athletes that I idolized and I loved, and the amount of records that I saw people break and win. Like to me, like how did Serena Williams never win that award? Like that's crazy.
There she
like,
goes again, man.
Just thinking about things like that, but I mean, hopefully it's the start to women getting more recognition and
100%,
their accomplishments being recognized a little bit more. But obviously it's cool. But yeah, I think it's not something you would have guessed, honestly. But for me, it's just something I'm really grateful for.
100%.
Hey, really quick before we get
Christy, we're not doing that today. Maybe on a different one, but we're gonna leave it with Miss Caitlin right there. This is the pregame before they take on the Mercury tonight. That's gonna be another packed out house. I think it's at the Fever this time, and the last game was in Phoenix. So, crowd's gonna be jumping. Definitely gonna have a reaction out for you guys later when the game. I think it's a late game right now. It's about 3 p.m. I think the game will be 7 p.m. I'm not sure. So we'll see, man. I know they got the best of them last game. I know the Mercury's going to come out on fire, ready to go. I don't think Taurasi's playing. And this is another thing I want to talk about. I think Taurasi has an injury. This is going to be the perfect time for Team USA to add Caitlin Clark and don't ruin the opportunity to take her to the Olympics. To the Olympics. She needs to go. There's plenty of reasons why. We'll do that on a separate video. But if you don't agree with that, there's something wrong with you. Okay? It's going to be electric. I mean, you guys take her, you guys are going to say history. 100%. So, there you have it. That's Caitlin Clark's pregame versus the Mercury tonight. And, I believe they're going to come out and have a bounce back game right here. And I think they might have their number again tonight. So, let me know what you guys think. Who's going to take the game tonight. Make sure you guys tap in for the reaction later on the full game highlights. We'll see what Caitlin Clark and the girls do. Besides that, man, it's your boy CEOKANA. If you have not, make sure you guys tap in. I appreciate all the new love. And I'm still trying to get back to all the comments from last week and earlier this week on all the videos. And just bear with me, okay? I'll get back to everybody. I appreciate all the love. Welcome to the community. And your boy is out.